The 30-foot rail came out pretty perfect, or at least, you know, as perfect as it could come out for my very beginner skill level. Visually, I mean, I'm super proud of it. I don't think, you can't like look at it and be like, oh, why does it do that? Why does it look like it looks very well built, if I can pat myself on the shoulder there. And I think, I mean, most importantly, as you guys have seen from the other videos on it, it skates great, and it's not even fully bolted in right now, right? We have this base plate fully bolted in. This one only has one. This one only has one. This one has 0, and you can see it's still super wiggly. And then this one is fully bolted in. I wanted the first one and the last one fully bolted in, and then we kind of just went through and filled out the middle ones with the remaining anchors that we had, because we were still waiting on 2 boxes of more anchors to arrive in the mail. While it is great and it serves its purpose, and it will continue to serve its purpose for hopefully a really long time, there's one kind of bigger problem than I thought it was. Before we get into that, I really want to show you guys something here, because we got the remaining 2 boxes of anchors that we were waiting for, so we can finally finish it up. I also stopped by my P.O. box, and full disclaimer here, I'm not gonna open every single piece of mail that I get to the P.O. box on camera. That doesn't at all mean I'm not thankful and appreciative of what you guys send. However, I opened this off camera, and it was too good to not share publicly. I'm gonna no context just show you the main thing first. Look at it! That's so sick. It says professional sweeper, the GG on the bottom, and it's a broom, and it's on. I mean, this is like, that's metal. It's not 1/4 inch. I don't know what gauge it is, maybe 12 gauge metal, but it's this just laser cut broom that looks, it's really cool. Like, I'm gonna hang this up for sure. And then it came with a really cool note. I pretty highly doubt you can read that, so I'm gonna read that out loud. Hey Garrett, I've been a longtime viewer back in the old skate days, but got disconnected due to adulting. Recently have gotten back into your videos and have really been enjoying the, in quotes, sweeping content. Being 27 and having the same interests as you, like skating and DIY/metalwork, I thought I'd send you some things to put a smile and hopefully help you out around your shop. I work in a machine shop, so I sent you what I make and also a custom sign I CNC lasered and programmed. I watch your videos every day and really appreciate and enjoy the content you do. Keep killing it. A fan, Tony. And then on the bottom it says, P.S. We want more sweeping content. Tony, you're a goddamn legend, dude. Thank you very much. This is a masterpiece that is most certainly getting hung up in the shop. I know you sent this out like a week or 2 ago, and I hadn't got a chance to open it until today, and I really do appreciate that. He also sent me this, which I don't know what it is yet, and I kind of wanted to save this for on camera because it could be cool. In the note, he said, I work in a machine shop, so I sent you what I make and also a custom sign, and I'm assuming this is the custom sign, which means this is what he makes. ProTech, again, I don't know what this is. I kind of wanted to open it on camera here. What do we have? At ProTech, our mission is to provide you the highest caliber of humankind's oldest tool across our line of professional grade, everyday carry, and investor/collector knives. We strive to offer the ultimate in our core values, quality, craftsmanship, and integrity. At ProTech Knives on Instagram. No way, I got a knife? A lot of people have been recommending that I try to make like some throwing knives or just something with the CNC table, and I really want to. Let's check this out. No way. This is so sick. Thank you, dude. I'm doing my best to show you guys here. I love this camera that I've been using. However, it's like a action camera, so I can't like zoom in or anything. So sometimes like close-up shots are hard to get. Is that legal? I was like trying to pry the knife open, because you know, like most knives, you gotta pull them open. There's like a little button here. I don't know if that's legal in California, my guy. Maybe it is, because maybe that's why it's a small, because I know there's like the blade length size is like what, the legal barrier or something. If this happens to be illegal for the YouTube community guidelines and the law, this is CGI. I'm not actually holding anything. This is all just very good CGI. Obviously, duh. Wow, dude, this is really sick. It says ProTech on the blade there, Magna Cut. Thank you, dude. Seriously, thank you so much. This was a really cool little care package in my P.O. box. Tony, I appreciate both gifts. I really do like that that sweeping laser cut sign. That's dope. Thank you for supporting over the years and continuing to support. I really appreciate that. Now you can see what I mean. It was too sick to not include into the video, even though it has nothing to do with this. But jumping back into this, you remember in the video of us finishing this up and getting it bolted in, not all of the holes aligned, and we had to go through and manually drill out 90% of the holes that we see in C-cut. At first, I sort of only thought this was a bummer because it's going to add an extra hour or two onto the finish time to get this done, but it's actually kind of deeper than that. You can see there, that's where the hole was. I had to go through and drill out an entire separate hole for this one, actually. These ones I had to expand by like a 1/4 inch to get everything to line up. Same thing with this one was actually more severe. You can see how far off this one was. There's the, you know, the pre-existing hole. Obviously it's such a minor detail that it doesn't affect the integrity of anything, but like I feel like it was perfect up until then. That kind of bummed me out, not a big deal. Same thing here. Pretty much on every hole I had to slightly alter a little bit. I have been burning through my metal drill bits, drilling through all this 1/4 inch steel. I went through 3 brand new bits, just drilling out the 3, 6, 7, 8 that I had to drill out. We have another 7, and it's not very practical to go buy 3 more bits, so I want to try something here. I can yap all day long trying to explain the situation, or I can just show you it. But first, we gotta open up the garage doors, so turn your volumes up. I'm gonna get you guys extra close for this one, all right? That was a good one, huh? So first things first, we essentially have to undo everything that we've done so far. But I mean, we knew that because we didn't have all the anchors yet. So as of now, this is all part of the plan, but I think I have an idea to help mitigate this. Oh yeah, so you can see how off some of those were. It looks like that one was fine. It looks like this one was pretty bad too. Yeah, that one I literally had to make a whole separate hole for. About this one, how are we looking here? That one I just had to make bigger. So they're originally, I CNC'd them with 1/4 inch holes. I had to drill this one out with a 1/2 inch hole, which is probably what I should have done for all of them to begin with, but whatever. That one doesn't have any anchors yet, and this one, yeah, I had to drill that one out, I had to drill that one out, and I had to drill that one out. All of those were off. Let's pull this back and I can kind of show you what happened and what I think. I'm still not 100% sure if this will fix it, but we're gonna figure it out. So here's what the anchors look like in the ground. And again, we used asphalt anchors, which are different than concrete anchors. I learned that I had to do that. You know, we come over here to the barracks rail. Please don't look at those welds. We've progressed since then. What I use here is concrete anchors. We just kind of drill them in, hammer it, and then you latch them on. The way that these asphalt anchors work is a little bit different. You can see we sort of drill these super big 7/8 inch holes. We fill the hole with grout, which is what that kind of gray residue is. You fill it with grout and then you hammer this anchor in, and that's what secures it to the grout as opposed to relying on the porous asphalt. The reason I'm telling you that, and the reason that matters, is because that is the root of our problem, which I didn't think about at first. So this is what's inside our little asphalt anchors. We have the grout that I was taught. I mean, if you watch the first video, you've already seen all this. Kind of trying just to reiterate it for those that didn't see that video, but these are the anchors themselves. Again, in the first video, I drilled all the holes, and the holes are in the correct place. Like, I drilled them with the rail on, using a 1/4 inch sort of pre-drill, making sure all of these holes were centered, and that's why I was so confused when the bolt holes weren't lining up. And then I thought about it, and this is why. That's a big hole, right? And when you put the anchor in it, look at how much movement you have, and those little, what, 1/4 inch movements, that's enough to way set that bolt hole out of line. You can see there, that's pretty much about a 1/4 inch off, and it's because even though these holes may be right, when I put this in and the grout cures, it might push it that way, or it might push it that way, etc. So I've kind of been sitting here trying to figure out how to avoid that moving forward, so I don't have to go buy and waste more drill bits to keep drilling through this steel. Shameless plug here, because if I don't do it, I'm never gonna grow my channel memberships, which is a huge goal of mine. So I recently added multiple tiers as well as a bunch of new perks for my channel memberships and kind of reworked that whole thing from the ground up. I've been posting a ton of behind the scenes stuff for my tier 2 and up members, which get access to the behind the scenes stuff. In addition to the behind the scenes of this video that we're working on, I'm also asking you guys, the tier 2 members and up, for advice. So they're gonna see this, you know, long before this video is up and hopefully help me out here. We're gonna get that posted out. I've been super active because, like, oh my, I don't want to go into this rant right now. I'll make it quick. I've struggled with channel memberships in the past of just me over promising perks, under delivering, and just kind of constantly blowing it, I guess is the best way I can put it. It always fizzles out and I kill it. The bad kind of kill it, not the good kind of kill it. Over the past couple of weeks, I've been slowly kind of reworking it from the ground up to find something that A, is mutually beneficial. It actually brings value to those that choose to support me, as I should, while also B, not overwhelming myself with, you know, these over-promising perks, which has sort of been the downfall of it every time so far. If you do join as a channel member, depending on what tier you choose, you know, you'll get access to a whole bunch of these kind of behind-the-scenes posts that I don't want to give away too much of. I always feel so, like, awkward and uncomfortable promoting it. I don't know why, like, I shouldn't be. Thank you to my channel members. I'll have a link in the description of this video as well as all of my videos if you're interested in joining. I don't want anyone to feel pressured. Please don't overextend yourself financially or anything. It is just a way to show extra support and get access to some perks if that interests you. Rant over, sorry about that. I have an idea, I have no idea if it's a good idea. Oh, we are gonna start by lifting this thing up. Okay, hear me out. It's not the holes that are in the wrong spot, right? Everything's actually technically perfectly lined up to be able to fit into the original holes that we did. It's the movement of the anchors before we put the rail on that's causing all these issues. I haven't fully thought this through yet, but I think we'll be able to find out pretty quickly if this is gonna work or not. What if we put the anchors where they go first, right? Just roughly, just enough to hold them in place. And then we go through and we lower the entire rail to where it's supposed to go. Again, this might sound better in my head, I don't know yet. Is anyone following? So you can see how we have the anchors all in place now, right? All the ones that aren't in the ground yet are where they should be, lined up with the holes. Why can't I tell if this is a good or a bad idea or not? Essentially now we gotta try to pick up the rail and lower it into the correct holes now. If this actually works, I would be filling the holes with grout first, but right now I want to see if this is even going to work. Take two. I changed something. I actually bolted them in so they're not dangling anymore because it kept going around the hole but wouldn't just go in. So now these are in. I just got to be very careful and make sure they actually line up so we don't break anything. Nope, that's a failure too. I really thought I was onto something there, but that's just not gonna work. Okay, plan 3. We have the anchors in the ground, but they're not grouted in yet, right? So we can move them to our heart's content. They're just chilling. Did that for all of these, so we have all the movement in the world that we need, right? And I'm thinking we lay the rail on top of it and then lightly screw them in before we add the grout. This has to work, man. This thing's heavy, dude. That rail is not light. I think we might be on to something with this idea. These ones are the ones that are set in stone, right? These are good, so I just screwed them in loosely so we still have wiggle room. And now I'm going through on the ones that we haven't grouted in yet, and I should be able... Yeah, see? I can move them as I need to get them to line up. Yeah, see? That's lining up. This one's lining up. And then in theory, I can just lift it up enough to pour the grout in there, and then I just set it back in and it'll be in the right spot. I'm a goddamn genius. I can't wait till like after this when I look through my comments and I realize there was a way easier and probably correct way to do this. But no, doing things wrong your way is always better than doing them the right way. Our pre-existing hole is all lined up and then these two are in, but again, no grout yet. So the plan is to just lift it up like that, pour the grout into the hole and then stomp it down and it'll anchor itself. Same thing here. We have that hole lining up and these two, we just lift it on up and you can fit the grout in there and then you just stomp it down. And then same thing over here. This is the one that had no anchors. We got all three. We can lift it up, slip the grout in there and then stomp it down. In theory, I think we're getting there. Bro, this is 1,000,000% the wrong way to do this. But I mean, I think it'll work. I think it'll accomplish what we're trying to do. I just need enough of a gap so that I'm able to pour the grout in there. So I want to get all of them done. Remove the jack stands, let them sit. I think that'll just work. All right, it's time to start doing the grout. We're supposed to add a half cup of water to these bags and then just knead them and shove it in there. I really hope this works. I don't want to mess this up. There's our half cup. The problem here is that we have 15 minutes until that stuff hardens. So it's like, once I pour this in here, we really just gotta do it. I might need 2 bags of this. Okay, here goes nothing. And the timer starts now. Let's go. My heart is racing right now. I don't know why, but it is racing. Gotta fill the holes here. At least these ones are easier to see. Okay, we might, I don't think we can do it in 1 bag, but we'll see. Okay, there's 3. And now before it dries, I gotta move all of these and jam them all the way in. We want them to sit flush. Those ones are flush. These ones are flush. We come over here, these ones are flush. Okay, now we let it cure. While we wait for all that to cure, I gotta get your man Tony right. Tony, this one's for you, buddy. Appreciate the laser cut piece, bro. I have been slacking on the sweeping content though. Look at all this. This is just prime sweeping real estate, just asking to be swept. I mean, dude, would you look at all that? We're getting piles already, man. It's funny. I think I mentioned this before, how I got like a really heated hate comment of like, dude, the sweeping joke has gone too far. It was never funny. Please stop it. Obviously, I mean, it was never really funny to begin with. It's just sort of turned into this thing. But like, someone was really like genuinely upset that I was keeping this whole sweeping thing going. It did get me thinking, like, I don't even want to call it a joke. It's stupid, but like, how did that start? I think it's when I was doing like the full like 45-minute just raw 45-minute to an hour vlogs of just whatever I'm doing. A lot of that was sweeping, and from what I remember, I posted like 30 minutes of sweeping content and we were just joking about how like I never would have thought I'd been posting that, and then like since then it sort of evolved into like every video has to have sweeping now. I'm down. See, watch, you guys give me a hard time now, but wait until I get a Quickie brand deal, bro. Quickie's gonna start paying me racks to start using their brooms. Get a 6-figure broom brand deal. Who's laughing now, motherfucker? I really want this to dry, man. I want to check out our work. Get a little bit of that off the edge there. Start doing sweeping tricks. Ready for this one? We go for the double sweep 360. Boom! You see that shit? Okay. I'm gonna find a more permanent spot for this at some point, but for now it's going right there. It's gonna be the constant reminder whenever we're skating this that we gotta sweep it up first. All jokes aside, Tony, for real, thank you. And I got my P.O. box address in the description if anyone wants to send anything cool. How are we looking down here? It looks a little bit wet. I just want to wait till it's fully cured before we zap them in, and it says 30 minutes for full strength, and then 24 hours to like test it, but I mean, we'll be fine. All 3 of those are in, and that is rock solid. All 3 of these are in, and that is rock solid. And we come on over here, all 3 of these are in, and sure enough, that is rock solid. On to our 4th and final one. This is the one that previously had no anchors at all, and now it's in there, and guess what? It's rock solid. Our last one here, we bolted it in, it's rock solid. Me, I'm super proud of this, and I myself am the last thing that we are missing, and we are going to do this completely incorrectly. I should be masking everything off and doing this properly, but I'm just gonna try to aim it good enough. Uh-oh, I missed. Good enough. Oh man, no, this is out of paint, goddammit. I gotta have a little bit of black paint left over somewhere. This, oh, that's almost empty too. It's just, I'm trying to just like hide them a little bit, like that. Yeah, that's better. I should really be masking this off. And the final 3. And there we have it. There's all 3. There it is, guys. The rail is now finally 100% done, at least for now. I don't think we're gonna add on to it. All of the legs look good. I'm just stoked that we got everything properly anchored in, and it's not gonna have any wiggle or jiggle or anything at all now. That is like, I mean, that is as sturdy as it could possibly be. I think it looks great with all the hardware painted black to match too. In the next video, I want to go through and have a dedicated video to having a full-on skate session on this, but I do want to break it in with a couple tricks in this video. So previously, this leg is the one with with no anchors, meaning it had a whole bunch of play, which kind of sucked because that's like the one that I wanted to skate if I'm just skating it like a flat bar. I want to see how different it feels now that it's actually anchored to the ground. Oh my God, that is so much better. Wow, I underestimated how big of a difference that would make. So sick, dude. Look at how bad this is. Oh, oh, now it's spinning. I swore it wasn't spinning. Oh, yeah, it kind of sucks. I know it's getting kind of repetitive just doing those long feebles on the whole thing, but that is so fun. Oh my God. I'm so hyped on that. Mission success, ladies and gents. Like I said, the next video is gonna be having a full-on skate session here. This video I just wanted to fully finish and finalize and just have this thing done. This has been a journey, bro. What, 3 videos or 4 full videos, which means 4 full days to finish this thing. Learned so much. I feel like my fabrication skills have tenfolded just since starting this rail. Thank you guys so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see some of you in the behind the scenes post as channel members. For real though, channel member or not, I fucking love you guys. I really appreciate all the support lately, and I will catch you next video. Big things. I just be saying things sometimes, bro. Thanks for watching. Catch you next video. Peace out.